AITA for letting my kid choose his cake flavor and not buying a second cake. Edit, I would like to address the people that have so very kindly told me that I should have my children removed from my home and that I'm piece of shit BC of this. I do not appreciate it. I came here asking if I stopped catering to my family and entitled sister, and people started calling my parenting skills into judgment. So, thank you so kindly for kicking a mother while she was already down. My son's 13th birthday is coming up soon, and I promised him years ago that on his 13th birthday he could pick out whatever flavor cake he wanted, no matter what. The reason for this, one of my sisters, a very selfish sister, throws a fit whenever there's not a cake of her flavor choice available. Both my kids adore chocolate, and hate vanilla cake, and we're getting tired of having to buy a birthday cake that either our kids won't eat, or she won't eat, and having to endure a 26-year-old woman throwing a temper tantrum. For the last 12 years we've provided a second cake, yes, an entire cake, specifically for her. However, now that our kids are older, they require bigger cakes, and it's just not feasible to buy 2 cakes. Since our son is turning 13, I want this birthday to be super special to celebrate him becoming a teenager. So, AITA for letting my son choose his cake flavor and not buying a second cake for my sister. And before anyone asks, yes, I've tried cupcakes. AITA for letting this go on for so long. AITA for not shutting your sister down years ago. What, are you kidding? AITA for entertaining your sister's selfish behavior for all these years. NTA for telling no, you can't dictate what cakes we get for someone else's birthday. Eat the cake we got or don't have any. Does your sister have some form of developmental delay? I cannot figure out why her behavior would have been tolerated this long. She doesn't like the cake, she doesn't have to eat it. She would spoil a child's birthday party by ruining a cake, as you mentioned in a reply, instead of acting like an adult. Seriously, sister should not be invited. I feel so bad for your kids if this has been a thing every year, at every party. Just wow. AITA for taking my family to court over not getting inheritance money. So years ago, around when I, 19F, was I think about 7, my great-grandmother passed away. She split inheritance money in her will from me, my mother, F39, my aunt, F45, and grandmother, F69. However, for me as it was written, it was stated I would only get the money at 18. I'm now 19 and somehow they gave the money to my mother. She never told me about this until I graduated high school. I asked why I didn't get mine now that I'm of age, and she stated, well, you'll just spend the money. I understand where she came from since people my age would spend it, but I am a little furious that I'm now in debt for college and I could have used that money for student loans or maybe even a new car if something happens, as an example. After asking to give it to me, they each refused despite I politely asked. So I decided to take this to court after seeing a copy saying I would get the money at 18, and now everyone in my family is angered at me for standing up for myself. I believe if it's legally stated, then yes, you should fulfill, but I could be wrong as I'm young and I don't understand, plus they are my family and I love them, but I don't feel this is fair and legal. AITA for suing my family over inheritance money. Edit, I made a few edits to help clear up some things as I was typing this up quickly without proofreading. My apologies. Update, first of all, thank you for the advice. I actually started to cry to have someone other than my dad and good friends side with me. I never had so much positivity happen to me. So I have gotten into contact with the attorney, which they missed my call by mistake, and yes, I do get the money at 18, which now I'm taking this to the courts if the relatives that were at the hearing for the will are willing to cooperate with me in settling this. If not, then yes, I am going to court about it. Thank you everyone. Up to, hey, interesting news, my mother and those who were in the will hearing refused again, and after a short investigation had spent the money that was left to me in said will. And yet that means off to court. Wish me luck. NTA, they're TAs for disrespecting your grandma's wishes, and are wasting the money by not having it be given to the intended recipient. They stole your money. Sooner you accept that, the easier that jagged little pill will be to swallow. Natar. So it was better for your mom to spend it than for you to spend it? That's a stupid excuse. AITA for getting mad at my husband for calling me a freak of nature and saying men don't find my body type sexy. Edit. Oh wow, I did not expect this. Thank you to everyone for the awards and kind comments. I know my husband was just trying to make his sister feel better, and said the first, dumb, thing he could think of. I'm going to use this as a teaching experience for him, and read him some of the comments left on here. He means well, but like everyone, is only human, who says stupid thing and is still learning. That being said, I am definitely going to allow myself one snarky, I thought you don't find my body attractive comment next time he's looking for some snuggles, as one Redditor suggested. Smile again. Thank you all for taking the time to weigh in on this. I, 23F, have always been extremely skinny. I get comments all the time about how I must have an eating disorder, that I need to eat a cheeseburger, and both women and men are constantly telling me that men like a woman with some meat on her bones. The go-to insult for people to me is anorexic BTCH. I've tried to gain weight. I've gone to countless doctors, been on more diets and nutritional programs than I can count. I just don't. By all other accounts I'm healthy. My husband, 24 meters, has a younger sister, 16F, who struggles with body image issues. She idolizes my body type, not me specifically, but the extremely skinny type, and has gone to dangerous lengths to try and achieve it. She broke down crying today at our place. She said she didn't understand why she can't attain my body weight. This isn't the first time this conversation has happened. I've of course shared my own body image issues with her, and even discussed the irony that both of us idealize the other's body types. She has the type of curves I have always tried to achieve, but we're both still unable to accept the body we were given. Today though she was exceptionally upset due to a photo that was posted on Facebook where she thought she didn't look good. After her getting pretty hysterical, my husband finally told her, Anna is a freak of nature. You don't want to have a body like hers, men don't find that attractive. He says he was just trying to make his sister feel better. But I was incredibly hurt by this comment. He says I'm making this about me. AITA for getting upset? NTA. Get what he was going for, but there was a way to do it without insulting you. He could have easily told the girl Anna has an unusual genetic makeup that makes her body that size even when she tries to gain weight. And people are just as mean and judgmental of her as they've ever been of you. There isn't one ideal and bo today I fucked up a body type, there are many. Or bo today I fucked up in your own body, as it is just like Anna's bo today I fucked up in hers. Calling you a freak and saying men don't think you're attractive was unnecessarily cruel. It's also insane that he doubled down instead of apologizing. If he doesn't think you're attractive, I'm sure there are tons of men who'd think otherwise. Just saying. Natar the freak of nature was uncalled for, and what men find attractive is not at all what people need to hear about their body image. NTA. He shouldn't be telling her that she doesn't want your body type specifically because men don't like that. That's super toxic and just an overall degrading comment. Why does her reason for wanting a certain body type rely on what men do and don't find attractive? And by this comment, he's implying you're not attractive and you aren't to him cause he's a man. He shouldn't put you down in order to make other people feel better or vice versa. NTA. Look, I'm all for body positivity and helping others feel comfortable in their own skin, but you are allowed to feel lovely as well. You're not making others feel bad. In fact, it seems to be the other way around, coming from someone who is overweight. Your husband needs to learn how to lift someone up without putting someone else down. I don't think he was trying to be a prick, but he said something awful about his own partner. He's the one who got you involved, and he needs to be held accountable for it. His sister obviously needs help, and their parents need to intervene before it becomes dangerous. Edit. Oh my goodness, you guys. I didn't expect my comment to blow up like this. Honestly appreciate the likes, comments, and awards. But back to the main subject. If you're reading this, I know what it's like to have others make you feel lesser due to your body type. though I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I honestly wish the best for you and your sister-in-law. Either of you deserve to feel that you're not lovely as you are. Be honest with your husband with how he hurt you and possibly others with that certain genetic makeup. Encourage him and their parents to seek help for her. Honestly, as somebody who has been on the couch and is still now, she will benefit from it more than any put down towards somebody else, especially if it's someone you love.